I acknowledge the space that I'm in. Um, you know something? You a problem. You are the problem. And when I say that you're the problem, I don't mean you're a problem in a negative way. I just mean people are not used to this. This flare up, this blow up, this glow up. It is causing people to be disturbed. Or maybe, just maybe, it is their demons that are disturbed. For when you were in the darkest times of your life, these people thrived on your reactions, your fear, your anxiety, your need for that validation, for that one-sided love. And now that you have turned on a different dial tone and you started calling up your higher resources, they poured into you in such a way that these people are not having it. They can't have it. So what's the problem? You're not the problem. The problem is you finally realize what they've always known. I want to take this to a Bible verse here because I want to make sure that you're aware of exactly what it is you're sitting in. Psalms 23 verse 5 says, I will prepare a table before you in the presence of your enemies. When you see them coming for you the way that they come for you, why do you think that they're coming for you that way? These are people who get to view you eat at your table, but they cannot sit at your table. So in moments where you might want to respond, in moments where you might want to give them that all, that beef, you don't even eat beef no more. I want to caution you about the chicken. That's all they want is the chicken. They want the chicken. They want the chicken. They want your money. But they don't want to hear about the pain. The pain is not even looking the same way as it touches your skin. It's called beauty for ashes. In Psalms 51, when you asked for him to create in you a clean heart and renew a right spirit within you, the heart that he created in you was a heart of integrity. The heart that loves you, the heart that honors you before you honor other people. Honor the God in you. Lift up Jesus. Now, when you lifted up that banner and you started waving bye to these people, they felt like you owed them something. Like you on your way to glory, or they owned you in such a way in their minds that you owed them something. And all that you have to give them is your light. And your light, when you shine and they come up and hit that wall, right? That their pride is, that wall of pride, they try to project it. That wall that you rest safely behind is heaven's gates, okay? And you are in your house. And so in those moments where you might want to conform, don't. You got called here for a reason. You got called here for a reason. Make yourself comfortable in your house. Be comfortable in your house. You have the right to exist in your house. And before anyone ever tells you no to what's yours in your house, that's when you have to stand up. And when you get ready to stand up, God gonna be standing up there with you. You owe no explanation, but these videos are for you to see what you have always been. So in moments where you find yourself trying to fight with other people's shadows that they don't even want to acknowledge are there, you can watch this back and give you some sort of strength or clarity, because as you go higher in your elevation, you will find people who feel like they can pull you back to who you used to be because you became so complacent in that place. They thought that you would never rise up and say enough is enough of this mess and fly. And because of that, a lot of them are looking baffled. A lot of them are looking confused. A lot of them feel like this is too good to be true. So they body jump through people as monitoring spirits, offer you things that bring you toxicity, and then try to come back to you and say that you're not kind because you won't stop what you're doing for your self-love to turn on a water faucet for them when they have two hands that work just fine. I do see you in this regard because a lot of ways and natures that you used to behave in is being reflected back to you, but it's not reflected back to you for you to become that or even explain that or defend that. It's for you to see it so that you know what to look for in your future when you go sit at your table and don't find nobody sitting there with you. I will prepare a table before you in the presence of your enemies. So if nobody pulled out that napkin to dry your eyes on them nights where you couldn't even sleep because you had sleepless nights, or on them nights where you were fighting people off of you to respect the boundaries that God was enforcing, but he needed your participation in it, if they weren't embracing you and hugging you, sincerely comforting you, without trying to get up on your blessings and get up on your light and extract power that you actually needed to keep yourself moving forward. If they were not there in that space, they cannot eat at that table. They hold no place at that table. And the minute that you figure out who these people are by unveiling them using your discernment, if you need to fast or pray a little bit harder to sharpen your discernment, you are going to continue to walk past snakes with faces, with knives that you can't see, whether it's in their eyes or behind their hands. And since no weapon formed against you will prosper, you're okay anyway. But be okay enough to know before, so that you can stop it before it even gets into your court. I pray that this word blesses you. I pray that it gives you a fruitful day, a prosperous day. And before anybody think they can come into your light trying to throw their shadows or shade you, you cool. You cooling. Don't let it bother you. Don't let it bother you. The sun's shining on you for a reason. Because you earned this mantle. Or if you didn't earn it, God said that you were strong enough to carry something that most people don't even want to. Most people don't want to carry their cross. Oh, so they throw the shade, right? Most people don't want to carry their cross. Some people want to carry pain on their backs. Got to know when to quit sometimes. Quit those people and start walking with the one who gives you strength. God is not a God that is going to be mocked. People come and play peekaboo thinking they can silence you. Truth be told, you have to go to God for that. The same way that the word of God says that no man comes through the Father except through the Son. Nobody can get access to what God has for me if they don't go through me first, truly, sincerely. You thinking that you've gained some sort of backdoor entrance, you're robbing somebody's house. And surely you need to understand when you go into somebody's house, especially if that's a family, there's other people in that house waiting for you. You got the G in the basement. You got the dog that's on the side. You don't know none of this because you're playing that kind face for something you can play with and don't even see what's really happening. So be careful in this regard. There's a message happening in this movement where people need to be really careful about stealing from people. And then 1 Chronicles 16:22 says, touch not my anointed ones and do my holy prophets no harm. I may not be holy to you or profitable to you, but for God's camp, I am profitable because I hold those accountable who want to come in my face with hands out when they didn't give him anything first. What you gave me was toxicity. You think there's a comparison to that? So because you gave me toxic, I have to give you money? No, I have to give you change. I have to give you change. I'm going to continue to give you the truth. Whether you choose to look at it or not is up to you. But it won't change where I'm going. And so I want to give you this encouragement. When you see it back in real time, sometimes you really just have to be quiet. You really sometimes just have to be quiet. And these people will begin to tell on themselves. When you sing, they're going to tell on themselves. So sometimes the process of you just being quiet is to keep your peace. And then when you feel like it's time, or you're led to by God to post or to speak a word of encouragement, that's when you do it. But your energy and your rest in this season is not lack. It's prosperity being birthed. But you have to be a part of that process of preparation. And what that looks like is there needs to be a whole lot of resting of your mouth and resting of the promises in your heart. Faith without work is dead. This is true. But the work that you do, you also have to rest in that. You have to walk in that. You have to step in that. Because any seed that is going to rise in this season of a harvest that you're expecting needs your participation if you are the gardener. Not saying that you're the overseer, because God is the overseer of your garden, but you also have to be mindful of wisdom. And when wisdom is speaking, you must listen. Because the Bible even says my people perish for lack of wisdom or lack of knowledge. I'm telling you what to do and you don't listen to me. So when you get to that place and don't know what to do or who to trust, whose fault is it going to be?